Hey guys, welcome back to the Decon Detailing YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to apply the new KCX C0.01 ceramic coating to your car. Now, in today's video, we'll be using a test hood to show you the proper application of the ceramic coating, as well as some characteristics of it, and we'll do a little bit of a water test at the end. That way you can see the water behavior after we have applied a ceramic coating to a prepped surface. So what I have here is a test hood. Now this test hood has been properly prepped. So I used the KCX H901 heavy cut with their heavy cut pad in order to get rid of any of the protection that was already on the panel. And then I followed it up with the M302, their micro cut. That way I can make the finish as best as I could, get that nice gloss. That way when we apply the ceramic coating, it's looking the best and provides the most amount of gloss. After I polished, I did an IPA wipe. So I used some Carpro eraser that I had lying around, prepped the panel, made sure there's no polish oils on there anymore. And then I went ahead and prepped the block in order to apply the ceramic coating. So the KCX ceramic coating came with this little applicator block, and they give you these micro suede applicators. So all you do is put the micro suede applicator on top of the applicator block, like so. Pinch the sides, and then you put a line of ceramic coating on the pad to prime it, and then go ahead and work in cross-hatching motions. So I'll demonstrate that now. So what we'll do is we'll take our ceramic coating, and this is one of those like medicine kind of capsules. So you have to squeeze and turn it. We will take our applicator block, and then what I'm going to do is just put a fine line, just a couple drops on the pad to prime it, and then anytime I apply afterwards, it'll just be a couple drops. That way you're not using as much. So we'll go ahead and apply. Alright, so we will go ahead and apply the coating. So we'll just do a couple drops. This has a built-in dropper system to it, so you kind of just dab it along the surface. Get a nice line going. That way, anytime afterwards, you can create a drag line and then work from there. Always make sure you put the cap back on your ceramic coating bottles. That way no air gets inside and starts activating the coating prematurely. Alright, so we're going to take our applicator block, and the directions say to work in cross-hatching motions. So what I'll do is create a drag line down the center, and then I'll bring in from there. I'll just work in cross-hatching motions. Now I don't know if this coating is going to sweat, kind of like the G-Technic coatings, or if it's going to create a like oil slick on water or like a rainbow effect, similar to the Carpro line of coatings. But we will see what happens. Currently I'm in the garage and it's about 70 degrees outside with moderate humidity. Just one more time, a little crosshatch. If you find your applicator getting dry, make sure you apply just a couple more drops. So from what I can see, it looks like it's going to be an oil slick on water effect. So I'll grab the towel that we have, and I'll try to bring you guys in close for this. So get my skin grip light so you can try to see. So if you can see the lines here. It's beginning to form a rainbow. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it's starting a rainbow, which is letting us know that the ceramic is linking into clear coat and is almost ready to buff off. Alright, now that we've given enough time for it to cure, we're going to take our towel and fold it into fourths. This is the microfiber towel that came with the coating kit. We'll fold it into fourths. We'll use the one side to level the coating, so you don't want to use a lot of pressure. You just want to use light pressure. Remove basically the transfer solution that the coating is in, and then go around a second time with the other side to buff to a high finish. Now that time you would use just a little bit more pressure and make sure that you get up all the residual coating. So the last thing you want to do is leave any coating on the surface and it'll form a high spot. And a high spot is any coating that has remained on the surface and has cured into one single area and it forms a hazy spot. Because that's just a buildup of the ceramic or the SiO2 that's on the surface. So we'll go through first and we'll just use light pressure. Remove the coating. Make sure you're mindful of where you wipe. You don't want to spread it over to an area that you haven't started coating yet and you forget about it, and that can lead to a high spot. So easy off application right now. I'll flip over to the other side of my towel and buff to a high shine. Make sure I got all the coating off. And what you can do is use your skin grip light or whatever light you're using, and make sure that you've got and removed all the excess coating that hasn't linked into the clear coat. And now, because this coating doesn't come with a topper, and I'm not sure if you can or cannot layer it, but I'm going to try to layer it and add a second coat and see what happens. It's probably up to your preference. Like I said, I'm only going to use a couple more drops this time. It's your preference whether you want to add a second coat or not. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but it might just add an extra layer. I'm going to do the same procedure. Make my drag line, do cross-hatching motions. And this is definitely a oil slick on water effect. In the white light I can tell, and I can see the rainbowing. Cross-hatch, cross-hatch, cross-hatch. And remove the excess coating. Like I said, first go through light pressure. Just want to level off that transfer solution that didn't bond. And use the other side and buff to a high shine. Now, I will say the way this feels on this surface is almost similar to kind of like an EXO, like a G-Technic EXO feel. It's not, I wouldn't say it's the slickest coating I've ever felt, at least under this towel, but it is definitely an easy to apply and good looking coating. Alright, now with the second coating applied, I'm going to do a little water test and see how it reacts. In a real world situation, what you want to do is make sure that you allow enough time for this coating to cure. Usually it's about 48 to 72 hours before it can be washed or touch water or have any water put on it. And usually it takes about 30 days for a coating to fully cure into a clear coat. So by all means, this might not be the most indicative of how the water behavior will react on a coated car. Since I am now just applying, I'm just going to put some water on it and see how it is, just after initial application. and that water is just running off the surface. Now this is a flat hood and it's kind of hard for the water to come off really easily. All right, next what I'm going to do is take a spray bottle. It's just an old McGuire's bottle that I filled with regular tap water, and we're going to spray on the surface and see how the water beading is. Ooh, those are some pretty beads. It is beading water beautifully. I'll bring you in for a close look. Alright, so as you can see, those are some tight water beads. Man, just look at that beading effect from that ceramic coating. Ooh-wee. Guys, as you can see, that water beading from the ceramic coating is absolutely amazing. Everything just kind of falls off the surface effortlessly. I'm really curious to see how long this coating is actually going to last in the environment. So when I apply it to my customer's car and to my personal truck with the leftover coating, since there's 75 milliliters in that entire bottle, I will be giving you, monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months updates on how well the coating is performing. That way we can get some real world testing, and everybody knows my truck gets absolutely destroyed, especially with all these dirt roads that I have to drive on. So it'll be a real test of the longevity of that coating. Alright guys, well I hope you learned a little bit about how to apply the new KCX C0.01 ceramic coating. Like I said in my previous video, which was the unboxing video, this ceramic coating is not yet available in the United States. I got it through a company in Germany who ships directly to the United States, so I was fortunate enough to have that shipped to me. And as we know, the Germans like to under-promise. So I'm fully expecting this coating to last probably about 3-ish years, maybe more depending on how well you take care of your coatings and how well you take care of your car. If you're doing a proper decontamination every year or so, then you should be able to get 3 years, no problem, out of the coating. And as long as you're not going through, tunnel washes where they're using harsh chemicals and scrub brushes to clean your vehicle. As long as you do, simple hand washes, upkeep on the coating, maybe spray a sealant on top of it every once in a while, something like their C0.02, which is their spray sealant, then you should be able to get lots of life out of your coating. Like I said, this coating is a rainbowing effect coating instead of a line sweating or kind of the other type of flashing techniques that some other coatings use. This is a rainbowing effect coating. It's super easy to put on, easy to wipe off. I had this on the panel for about 2.5–3 minutes while I was talking to you guys. It's pretty humid in here. It's about 75 degrees in my garage. So the worry of having to work in really small sections and making sure you're timing it properly. This coating seems like the type of coating where you can put it over the entire hood, work a panel at a time, and then wipe off. I probably wouldn't go from one panel to another and then go back. That might be a little bit too long. But as long as you're working indoors, out of direct sunlight, you shouldn't have any problem applying this coating to your surface. And if you're wondering where I get most of my towels, I go to theradcompany.com. They have a load of different towels that are sorted by different uses, so it's easy to find which towel you need for the job. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I'd be glad and happy to answer any of the questions that you may have. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. I'm really hoping that this channel grows and I can provide as much assistance to the detailers in the United States and across the world. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.